Okay, hello again. This time I have some Zelda merchandise to show you. And this stuff is going to come from the recent release of Ocarina of Time 3D. And there's a bunch of different stuff that came out for this. And I got most of it, but a lot of it didn't really hit my collecting bone. So I'm not going to really go into a bunch of detail on what is available out there. There's a lot of posters and a lot of stuff like that. If you want to see all that stuff, it's all in my blog and in my forums and stuff like that. But this is what I decided to get of all this stuff that came out. And I think it's like the best selection because, well, I don't have a lot of room for posters. I did see the wall scrolls that came out from Australia, and those are really awesome to have, but they're so limited that, you know, forget it. But congrats to the guys in my forums that snagged those. Spike and someone else got them. Yeah, those are fantastic. Hate you all. So let's look at the items. Most of these are coming out of Europe, but this is nice. This little offer that Nintendo had to, if you registered the game within such a time, within a limited time of buying it, of its release, and you got this snazzy soundtrack. Now I don't really have a reason to own this other than, you know, it's cool. I have the music in several different formats, and I have a bunch of different soundtracks already, but you know, it's nice to have the 3D version of it or whatever. I don't think anything changed at all. I don't think there's any special offerings on here either from the 3D version, or if there's like a remix or something like that. It doesn't look like it, just glancing at the back. But it's a nice little promo. It'll stay sealed for a long time. So there you go. So let's start looking at oh, well, I have one more American item. This is available at the Nintendo World Store. And one of my forum members snagged that for me. Thanks again. It says Zelda.com 2011 Nintendo. And it's just a link on Epona. And I love that they redid the art for it too, because man, that is a nice image. Okay. As promised, here's the European stuff. I snagged this. I wasn't going to get this. This is the special box that came with a pre-order of the game. It's a pre-sale box. It says, this collector's item software box is yours if you pre-order the game. Box does not contain any software and is not for sale separately, available while stock lasts. And it's a nice box, I guess. But the real story is on the inside of this. There's a bunch of little rupees and stuff in the little... I don't know if you've seen the inside of a 3DS case, but they have these little squares that are cut out, and they had a bunch of little rupees in there. And this is sealed and everything, so I'm not going to go into it and see it. So I'll just look at online photos. I like to keep it sealed, and it was from a lot that I bought, so I wasn't going to go after that specifically. But next thing is this game case, and it's so much cooler than I thought it would be. It's all embossed. Logo and link and everything on it is nicely done. It's meant to hold the 3DS, of course. I don't know how well it would do that since it's so flat. So it'd bend it and just do horrible things to it. So of course I'm not going to use it. It says 2011 Nintendo 3DS is a trademark of Nintendo, but it doesn't have any information on who made it, so it's just a requisition from Nintendo. But a very nice case, and I love the art. So I wanted something with the art on it, and there's a bunch of different things, like displays and stuff. There was a ton of displays that came out in Europe, and I'm very jealous of those folk who picked those up. Those were not cheap when they appeared on eBay, rightfully so. But there's a lot of display stuff and promo work that went into marketing this game. So next, I think I'll show the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D keychain, logo keychain, rubber keychain. I just love the logo. So of course this was an easy pickup for me. On the back it says Nintendo 3DS, and the typical other stuff. Trademark Nintendo, blah blah blah. Okay, last 3 items are really cool. This is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. This is the Ocarina. This is the first official Ocarina, believe it or not, that I've ever had in my hands, I believe. I got the one from Nintendo Power. That one, when it first came out, was considered somewhat official because they were advertising it in a Nintendo magazine, and so Nintendo was okay with them, and maybe they had like some kind of license. I know that the item came with a songbook with notes from the various songs that you played in the game. But there's another Japanese Ocarina. Let me just hold this up so you can see it. There's a logo. There's one in Japan that comes with the soundtrack, and there's another one in Japan that's even more rare that I think came from a Famitsu magazine, if you're familiar with that. And there was a couple other ones that always skyrocket. So I did get the Ocarina of Time 3D Ocarina version from Australia. One of my forum members hooked me up with that. Spike, I think it was, yeah. Again, so thanks for that, buddy. And that one comes with an ocarina as well. So now, all of a sudden, I have 2 ocarinas, whereas before I didn't have any. Next item I'm going to show is the Great Deku Tree Seed tin. And it's just a really simply printed item that goes around this tin can that's kind of uninteresting. There's a plastic seal, and then there's instructions, and some people were discarding these directions and selling them. You can see you can just pop it and it will grow something. It's an actual plant if you take it out. But let me just read these sowing instructions for you, because it's just cool that you can do this. Open the lid and add a small amount of water, enough to dampen but not saturate the contents. Put the plant in a warm, bright place and regularly add a little water to keep the contents damp. After 12 to 16 days, seedlings should begin to sprout. As soon as the plants have grown to a height of 8 to 10 centimeters, repot to a larger container. As long as the weather isn't frosty or very cold, your tree may be replanted in the garden. Do not consume contents. Yes. So, yes, there is some soil and some seeds, and you will grow something. It won't be a Deku tree, but it may be a tree. Okay, so that was really cool that that was one of the more interesting and unique promos that I've come to see in the Legend of Zelda merchandise universe. The last item is, I think, the coolest. Little Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Link hat. And I just saw on my forums today, I'm not sure when this is going to air, but I just saw on my forums today that they also made a Skyward Sword version. And I'm playing that now. Very, very good game. Love the Zelda games. So this, long time coming. I really wish they would have done more of this, and maybe not like promo merchandise. Just a easily available Link hat. That's official. Let me check real quick. There is not a tag on this, but I mean, it's obvious it's official, right? Nicely embroidered. It's not easy to do that. So, that is my Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D promo merchandise. Thanks for watching.